What's going on, family? This is not financial advice. Do your own research, man. We're gonna be checking out the stocks, what I saw in this market, and the trades, potential trades that you could have took, and also the trades that I took as well. So, stocks that I were watching today was Apple. This is Apple, right here. So this is what I was watching for today. Um, Apple was kind of flat basically all day. All we did was range today, mostly on all the stocks. Um, as you can see, just a nice range day. So prices opened here, they gapped down. They opened at 154, gap down. So they'd be opening 153, right? So this was the level that I had today. This was the lower day. And I had yesterday's highs as well marked. So I was watching Apple. Apple was pretty much flat. I was looking for continuation of longs. And I'm going to pull up Tesla. I was watching here. So this is Nvidia. This is another. These are the last trading day's highs. This is where I was expecting price to go. These are the low of the day on Nvidia. As you can see, they kind of trended up and then flattened. And then the other stock I was watching was potentially Tesla. Tesla remained green today. Out of all the stocks, they remained green. So they were up at almost 4% at one point, like 3 point something percent on the day. So Tesla, they opened here. Well, they trended up in overnight session. They opened here, uh, spiked up, immediately shot back down. They had a pullback and then a low. They tested the last trading session's support level, which was down here 190, and they wicked off of it instantly and bounced up. Big engulfing candle. So we're expecting price to push on back up. So those were the stocks that I was watching today. So the trades that I took were off of the first one I took was the SPY, of course. It's the main one I trade majority of time. You rarely catch me trading stocks, but this is the most consistent uh, stock that you'll see me trade. So prices opened here, gap down. So this is where prices opened after the gap. So this is what I saw in the market. So I'm gonna zoom in so you can see a little better. So prices came down and they double topped here, gave you a lower high and immediately engulfed. So I was waiting for a break of the lows, which I got short here, which the arrow that I marked. So this was my short entry. I took them down to 4100 area. Well, they broke 4100 here, but I was waiting for them to close beneath here 4100. They kind of did, and then once I seen them spike back up, I closed my trade out, and then I immediately switched over to the bigger time frame, which was my go-to time frame, the engulfing candle here. Once they broke back above 4100 and closed with this hammer bar, and I seen them break above this bar, I got long, rolled them back up to the higher day, and they never got past the higher day. So that was a potential short entry. I did not take any more trades on the SPY, but that move was enough for me on the day. They kind of were just stagnant. They ranged here. They did not move for the entire day. So if you come on down to the smaller time frame, you kind of see all they did. And so the initial breakout here, failed breakout, they recaptured 4100 right here. They recaptured it down here at the lows, recaptured it, instantly spiked up off of it, and then they pushed all the way back up. They consolidated, and then they made another attempt to push higher, but they failed up here. So this was a potential resistance level. You could have shorted this area once you've seen this rejection bar and a break beneath here. But I wouldn't have been looking for them to come back down to here because the move was so strong. I probably would have took profits here at this consolidation area, but they continue to push and then they consolidated for the entire day. So those are potential trades. You could have shorted off this resistance. You could have shorted the break of these lows, big engulfing candle, and then you could have bought 4100 once you've seen them break above, because 4100 is a very strong support. As you can see, we're still in this uptrend. 4100 is a strong support level, as you can see here. Strong support level. So I wasn't expecting them to push down too far because, as you can see, the moving average is still here. The support is still here. They closed above all this resistance multiple times, and we're still in an uptrend. So we got some gaps to fill. I'm just looking for a continuation. If we get some continuation tomorrow, I'm looking for a push back up to test 4196 area up here, back up here to test this zone again. If we get some continuation tomorrow, you see a big old engulfing candle, then you know they're going back up to test it, try to fill these gaps up here, 4220 and 4284. So potentially we're trying to get back up to 4300. That's what it looks like the market is doing, no matter what the news say, any catalyst, that's what they're doing. So those are the trades that I took on the day. Then we got AMD. I'm sorry, Nvidia. Nvidia was a trade that I liked. They were trending as well, just as Tesla. As you can see, they're above all the resistance. Got nothing but room up here. They do have some resistance right where they at. So I'm gonna draw that so you can see it. This is a strong resistance where they're stopping right here. Strong resistance. They break above this. First target is 220, 224. But we got a gap right up here at 230, 231. So I would expect them to push on up there to fill that gap. And then we got another gap up here on Nvidia. Got another gap. Right. Then we got another gap right here. Yeah. So we got some zones to fill, man. Some potential targets we can watch. Got nice gaps up here. They broke the downtrend. Now they're in a nice uptrend. All right. Two legs up. So they broke this zone right here, as you can see. All right, I'm gonna bring this over so you can see it a little better. This was a major zone that they broke, tested this level multiple times. Now they're above it. So we're still at some critical zones. And I'm gonna show you the trades that I saw today that I liked. So as you can see, they gap down today. Everything pretty much gap down. Open, gap down, prices open at 209. They pushed down again, consolidated at these lows. This is potential level where they bounced before. Right here. Bring it over. So this is potential a level that they bounced in. They're in a range right now. So they bounced at this level, higher low, strong push up. This is a sign of strength. And you see this big bar. They pull back and then they slowly grind it up. So once I seen them breaking, I got in a little late. So once I seen them breaking above 212, I got in a little late. So 212.97 is where I got in. After this 15-minute break, they shot straight on up to 215, and I was able to close because they just kind of got stagnant up here. They stopped. So I thought they were going back up to the highs, but they just kind of stalled here, and then they just strongly pushed back down. So I got in pretty late, but the entry was down here. Or you could have took this higher low, set up, break above this candle, but I got in pretty late. So, but I did manage to get up to 215. Now this is a reversal pattern as well. So I liked this stock and Tesla as well. Tesla, I was watching Tesla, but it didn't really have no follow through on the moves. Um, so they opened here and just went sideways for literally an hour. So no, not an hour, not a whole hour, about 45 minutes, almost an hour. So we can say 45 minutes. We can say 45 minutes. They just went sideways. They spiked down. They bounced off this area where they bounced before 190 area, 190 to 189. Instantly spiked up. That was a buy, but I wasn't watching it. And strong push up, pull back. Could have bought this trap to the downside. Instantly engulfed, pushed all the way back up, close to the highs, and then they sold off and consolidated. So this is nothing but a range day. You could have bought the fail breakdown on this engulfing entry as well, back up to the highs. But this is too stacked in here. Not something that I would be watching. Once they start going sideways again, I will probably stop watching this stock altogether. It's supposed to be followed through, on these moves. But once they start stagnating and just moving sideways, no point of watching this slow action, no volume, just sideways action. So Tesla was a good stock today, and I liked the other one, Nvidia, as well. But you can see where we're at on the SPY. Nothing but in a range. We kind of pulled back and consolidated, so that's a good sign for the bulls as well. You got this doji candle, so it's indecision. This can be a pullback, but they can continue lower down to this trend line. Push down to around 4,000 area, 405, something like that, 4050. But we do have two legs up. So we stopped up here at the 50%. Not a lot of rejection. People are still not selling aggressively yet. We did get follow through though. So we did test this area of support. We kind of held. If we break below 4,100 though, that will be a bad sign. We could come on down. I'm expecting price to come on down to this zone, back down to 403 zone, somewhere in here. But the target would be the other side of this trend line. So this is where I would be expecting prices to come, somewhere down here in this area. So be cautious trading this market. I think we do have some news tomorrow. Still, so yeah, you can see. All right, so we got plenty of tests for this trend line. We know the trend line is valid. And this is what I'm watching. I'm watching for price to come on back down to the zone. Yep. So it could come down to 4050 or 4,000 area, somewhere down in the zone. They are still overextended. So pullback would be necessary to continue. But we did stop at the 50. So we'll just see what happens within this next week. So those are trades I took, man. Hit like and subscribe, man. If you like this content, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Out.